we're here. Some Iowa women's hoops was played last night. So y'all know if I could have, I would have chopped it up with y'all last night. I would have discussed it with you guys last night, but last night was not a good night. Fell ill. I'm back. I'm feeling better. The ups and downs is part of life, but also just trying to make sure we just take care of ourselves. But I can't really get into that. But that's because, well, we're not here for that anyways. But I feel okay. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, before we talk about it, I want to say this. The season starts November 6:30 versus NIU. Before that game, we'll talk a lot about this game. We will talk about what we're seeing, and we'll talk some about that right now. In fact, um, let's get off into it. Let's get off into it. So Iowa wins this only exhibition. Um, they did play a secret scrimmage. A lot of teams got 2 games to play, but the Hawkeyes only got just this 1 game officially. Again, there was a scrimmage played, but um, yeah, this was our only long preseason exhibition game. And what can I say? It was a glorious night, right? Obviously not with me. Um, at one point, I just wanted to rest my eyes. So in the second half, I had to come back and watch some of the game later because I wanted to rest my eyes. So I listened to the second half of the game, but I watched the first half of the game, if that makes sense. Sometimes, you know, your eyes you just need to rest. And it's been a long previous 2 days. But getting back to what we're supposed to be really focusing on, the game. Um, 110-55 was the final score. This thing got out of hand early. It was 33-14 at the end of the first quarter. Um, we went into halftime, and Iowa was in dominant control. Um, they were up big at the half. We had almost 15,000 in the building last night. And I heard that it was some severe thunderstorms, bad weather in Iowa. So salute and shout out to the people that came out to the game and rocked it. I thought it was a nice turnout crowd. A friend of mine showed me pictures of the game. So even though there was some spots empty seats, there was a good turnout as well. A really good turnout for an exhibition game against Division II school, Missouri Western. And shout out to Missouri Western for giving us the opportunity to play them. We hadn't played them since 2007, so just salute to them for taking the contest. This was a game in which, for me, the freshmen, they absolutely did the thing. They absolutely played well. Now, the only freshman we didn't see was Aaliyah Guyton, because, of course, she's still recovering from her injury, and there's a lot of promise from Aaliyah Guyton that is to be. But for me, the standout freshman, well, let's not do comparisons. Let's not do comparisons, but let's just say this. Tegan Mullaney absolutely stood out, as well as Ava Hayden and as well as Taylor Stremlow. They all had their moments. Even Callie Levine, I was very young. She had her moments. She hit a big three. Everybody contributed yesterday. The freshmen all contributed. In fact, the whole team was a brilliant balance. Um, Before I didn't feel well, I was going to do a video talking about the balance, the overall balance from the scoring attack from everybody. If I remember, well, I don't have to remember. Let's look and see how many players we had in double figures. We had, so Hannah's one, Lucy's another, Kylie that's three, um, Tegan that's four, Ava that's six. Wait. So we had five in double figures. I can't count. What's wrong with me? So we had five in double figures, but Taylor McCabe and Addison O'Grady was right there with 8 points apiece. Somebody said ask a question. Arnell said Houston Texans versus New York Jets Thursday night football. Who win? I'm gonna say the Texans because the Jets are a mess right now. Um, and then it's just some things that I really noticed that was really, really popping. Like the ball movement was really nice tonight. Um, Everybody was crashing the boards. That was an amazing sign to see. Even if you look at Taylor McCabe is only 5'9". Taylor McCabe had 8 rebounds for a 5'9" guard. That's a sharpshooter. So in her 29 minutes, she did nice work. 8 points, 4 assists, only picked up 1 foul, 29 minutes, no turnovers, nice. Nailed both of her free throw attempts. She didn't attempt any twos, but she shot and hit two smooth 3-point shots. She switched those. So Taylor McCabe, 2 for 5 again, 7 rebounds from a 5'9" guard. That's epic work. That's epic work of like the Raven Johnson proportion. Um, because it's like Raven's a really good rebounding guard. Speaking of Raven from South Carolina, really good big noisy truck is out here. And then let's see. So yeah, salute to Taylor. Um, let's talk about Ava Height. Only played 13 minutes, but she provided a lot of energy. Initially, she looked like she was going to get the start, but she didn't get the start. But it did not affect her at all. She was able to come off the bench and show activity and show production and really just give us a sample size of what Ava Hayden could be. She is the number 42 recruit, one of the best top 40 recruits. And to see her play well was really nice. She shot 4 for 8. She grabbed 4 rebounds and she scored 10 points. Um, so yeah, Ava definitely came with it, and she's only going to get better. Believe that. You look at Callie Levine coming out of Solon. She scored 5 points in 10 minutes, 2 rebounds. Um, Also knocked down the three. Hannah Stokey, nice night. And the first thing I want to say, Hannah Stokey switching the 3-point shot is big business and good for business. She hit a long three. Well, she shot 2 3-pointers. One clanked the rim really bad, but she switched the other. She was very much in attack mode. She shot 10 free throws, made 7 of them, so that's 70%. She scored 18. Her and Tegan Mulaney, they led the team in scoring with 18 points apiece. Um, and she shot 5 for 6 from the field goal range. Lucy, everybody wants to know about Lucy. So let me say this before I move to Lucy. Um, we need a lot from Hannah this season, and I believe she's prepared to deliver. She's healthy. She's absolutely ready. And the fact that she's stretching the floor is what we need, and that's what's up. Lucy Olsen, the new player, the top notch transfer coming over from Villanova, who dropped 23 points a game last season. She has had a, how can I put this? Lucy had an effective and modest game. She only scored 14, but she contributed in many ways. Lucy was played well on defense. Um, it's so noisy. I hope y'all can hear me out here. Um, she has 6 rebounds. This is crazy. I thought most people had already done. I thought like the yard workers had already did their work for the week. But Lucy, 6 rebounds, right? 6 assists, 4 for 9. She shot it decently. She didn't take too many shots. She passed on some shots, which, that she probably could have taken. But in my opinion, she's going to get better. She doesn't want to be selfish. And I understand that. Lucy doesn't want to be selfish. It's crazy because if I wasn't doing this live right now, I'd probably be watching like shout out KVon, shout out Sets Talk Sports. I'll probably be checking them out, but they live right now. But anyway, going back to it, salute to them and they great channels. Um, Kylie Fairback. Let's talk about Kylie Fairback for a minute. So Kylie didn't always have the ball in her hand last season because Matter of fact, Caitlin Clark had the ball in her hand, um, and I want to say like 80%, 90% of the time. So Kylie was one of those players who didn't handle it, and we seen her show off some ball handling ability yesterday. Fun fact: she kicked off the scoring in the game with an and one. Kylie had cut dash to the rim, showing that she can mix it up. Fearback shot 5 for 7. She hit three pointers. She hit her long free throw bucket. She also had 7 rebounds. Again, I love the rebounds. And let's talk about Taylor Strimlow for a second. I told you guys she was going to be a fan favorite. You know what? At some point, people just sometimes just need to listen to me. Y'all need to listen to me. And she showed it. Taylor showed hustle. Her defense is adept and it's really good. She was locked in. She's more than just an offensive player. She shot 4 times. She scored 3. Man, they finished fast. My goodness, good long people. Taylor Strimlow scored 6 points, 4 assists, led the team in rebounds with 9, and Taylor's only 5 foot. I want to. I feel, Taylor like 5'9", 5'10". I feel, without checking that, but she isn't that big. She isn't 6 foot, and for her to lead the team in rebounds tells you about her hustle, her heart, her instinct to play the game the right way and to give it everything she has. So, yeah, big time salute to Taylor Strimlow, Iowa fan favorite to be. Um, let's talk about Tegan Mulaney. Let's talk about Tegan Mulaney. So Tegan Mulaney, um, to take a quote, to take a word from Corey Browder. Shout out to him. Iowa Hawkeyes of the Storm, great channel. He said that Tegan looked fearless, and I agree. Tegan Mulaney absolutely did look fearless yesterday. And in another word, to kind of interject my own word into how I feel about Tegan, she just played brilliant. She looked like she belonged. Tegan Mulaney, it's a travesty that she was not a top 50 recruit. Like, she put herself on a map yesterday. And I know it's just an exhibition game against an inferior opponent, but you could just tell that, like, okay, this freshman is different. And we're going to continue to see, like November 6th when the season open, we going to see, what Tegan is then. But she showed who she was last night, and that was somebody that was really getting their job done. And I was high on her to begin with. Um, when the freshman came along, I said Ava, she looks to be accelerating the fastest. But I always said, Mulaney has a lot of versatility and a lot of potential. And yesterday, she just went out there and she just did her thing. Now, here's the other thing: I didn't know she could shoot the 3 ball like this. Tegan knocks in 4 threes, 4 for 8. Shoots 5 for 11. She makes some sweet dimes. Finishes with 18. Also finishes with 4 boards. Sometimes you get a player that's not recruited at the ranking that they should be, and sometimes they got a chip on their shoulder, or sometimes the player's just better where they were ranked. And I know it's just a 1 game sample size, but we're gonna need as much offensive weapons as we can get. And if she can be a weapon for us, especially while Sydney and Fulter is out, and when she comes back, she'll have confidence. Talking about Tegan, Sydney always has confidence. Confidence. Sydney and Fulter, she brims in confidence, so she's going to be incredible, because she's going to get this game experience. Tegan played 20 minutes. Nobody played 30 minutes yesterday. Taylor McKay played 29. It was, for me, switching off the stats talk for a bit. The most exciting thing for me, from yesterday's game was to watch players who don't play, which now we got to talk Jada Jemfe. Now, Jada, she played 14 minutes. So, Coach Jan, shout out Coach Jan Jensen, she gave her, um, you know, time to get out there and play. Everybody got a chance to play. The only player that played less than 10 minutes was AJ Edinger. AJ played 8 minutes and she scored twice. She was perfect from the field with 2 rebounds. But Jada, she was able to get out there and she took 5 threes. She didn't make any, but they were good looks. At least 4 of them were good looks. Eventually, the shot's gonna fall. Now, is she gonna play? TBD, to be determined, because the regular season starts on the 6th. But it's not the fact that, okay, she did shoot 1 for 7. That's not good, right? But you know what she did do? She played decent defense. She provided effort and energy in her 14 minutes. And you know what else she did? She had no, take that back. She had 4 rebounds and 3 assists, no turnovers. So she did other things. She played D. She rebounded. She got a couple of assists. You got to do different things. So maybe that's her way to get out there and stay on the floor. Maybe that's her way to utilize the minutes that she receives. Because maybe she won't get that many minutes during the season, but maybe she will. Maybe during the season, because Jada is a junior and she has experience, maybe she might get the minutes over some of the freshmen. And so we know, like, okay, if she don't shoot well, she's gonna do other things. And so that's kind of what you need. And also, um, offensively, we played the same fast pace. I love to see that we still play the same fast paced ball. But we were very unselfish, and of course that should be because Caitlin Clark is not here, and Caitlin was so ball dominant. And I don't say that in a negative way. It's just that Caitlin, the equalizer, she needed the ball to operate. And we needed Caitlin's production. So that was awesome last year, but we definitely were sharing the rock more this game. Let's check assists real quick. So Lucy 6 assists, Taylor 5, Tegan 3, Jada 3, Strimlo 2, Hannah 1, Kylie 1. Yeah, the ball was whipping. The ball was moving. So that's one of the things I said we would need to do is have great ball movement, and we had great ball movement um, in yesterday's game, and then also this defensively. And again, the opponent was not someone that we truly could know or gauge where we are because one is the exhibition, two, salute again to Missouri Western for playing us, but the opponent is inferior. And here's another thing: it shows that we not here to play. So don't take us lightly, because if I would have struggled with this team, then I would have definitely said, "Oh, it's going to be a long season," because you shouldn't be struggling against a Division II program. So we came out and took it to this team, and we got them up out of here. We even while the game was going, we got Missouri Western up out of here. Um, at halftime, the game was essentially over. They never made a run again in the second half. If you didn't hear me say, or if you didn't see the game, the final score was 55 to 110. Um, let's see. We won every quarter. Uh, yeah, all around good job. As far as Missouri Western, Alyssa Bonilla played very well. Her name was mentioned a lot yesterday by the commentators. She played the best. And then Tiana Ellison, she played well from Missouri Western. So, salute to their program. They won 25 games last season. I thought that was nice. Nice for us to play them and for them to play us. Um, but yeah, defense. Defense was improved, and we'll see November 6th against NIU. and then November 10th against Virginia Tech. If this Iowa defense really did improve, and how much it improved, but overall, um, takeaways from the game for me, the freshmen, fabulous freshmen as I call them, they did their thing. They played well in the minutes that they were given. Um, Hannah Stokey and Lucy Olson looked great. Uh, what else could I say? Uh, I love the rebounding. The rebounding was one of the biggest keys to me. Um, but we'll see how we play against bigger teams. If you see me not speaking for a second, it's because I'm looking for something related to the Hawkeyes. Because there's like one more thing. What time is it? There's like one more thing I want to discuss before I end the live. Again, this is only we're only just getting started. Let's see. Sydney Folter is still sidelined from the knee surgery, knee scope, but possibly Sydney might be back in like a week or two. Um, okay, so this is what I wanted to talk about before we end this live. So Hannah Storkey, um, or as I call her, Big Stoke, is ready, able, and willing to deliver. Hannah Stokey is here, and she is definitely prepared to play this game in her junior season that she's been balling in previous years. But now it's time for her to just step up and be an all-around leader, you know. And I think even though it was just one exhibition game, Stokey looked like a seasoned pro out there. And this is a player that I feel has WNBA potential. Hannah Stokey has WNBA potential, and I feel like she's got to continue to just grow and get better. And if she can nail the three, then why not shoot it? If you can switch that thing, then why not take that thing? So I'm looking forward to definitely watching her play this season. She got great athleticism. She put the ball on the floor without hesitation, and she looked more comfortable with it. Side to side, getting to the rim, growing her game, getting fouled. Um, she looks tougher. She's always been fit and in shape in terms of running. She's healthier. So yeah, Hannah, a healthy, happy, hungry Hannah is great, and it's gonna be best for all of us Iowa fans this season. Lucy Olson, as I told you, talk a little bit about Lucy. Perfect way for me to sum up Lucy yesterday. Effective but modest. Again, I plan to watch this game again, and we might do a game breakdown again. Um, but Lucy, all around last night, she was a box checker. Lucy was a box checker, just doing everything. 6 boards, 6 assists, 16 points. You know, even when she missed shots, it's like, okay, just be more aggressive. And I think she is going to have to be more aggressive. But it was only her first game in the exhibition game. It was, again, OC was a box checker last night. What's a box checker? What's a box checker? You may ask. You may not know. It's just RC lingo. If you hear me say box checker, that just means they went crazy across the board. That means they came up with, an insane stat line like 3 assists. Like 3 or 4 steals, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 assists, 8, 9, 10 rebounds. They just went crazy across the board. 15 points, 20 points, something like that. Um, Defensively, with her wingspan, Lucy should be an upgrade on the defensive end. Also, let's go here. Taylor McCabe, can't stress it enough. 7 rebounds for a 5'9" guard is wonderful. Kylie Furback with the ball in her hand looked comfortable. We know that Kylie can shoot and knock down the three ball. So it was awesome to see them have, essentially impactful games yesterday. And I'm just proud of the team, man. It's a new team. Everything, it's going to take time. We haven't even played the official game of the season yet. Nobody has. And I was just excited to see the women's Hawkeyes, Iowa women's Hawkeyes basketball is back. I'm just excited for it. Super, super excited for it. But I can't talk much longer on this live because got things to do here. Um, but it's awesome to stop through here because yeah, I wanted to talk about this. I'm sorry, y'all. I got distracted looking at a Las Vegas Aces post on my other phone. But yeah, this ain't it. We'll be talking more about this. Tegan Mulaney was special. Last minute takeaways. Tegan was special. Hannah showed us that she is her. Um, Great to see Lucy. Played fluid, played well. Moved the rock. She definitely is a pro's pro. I was happy. Anytime I can watch Iowa women's basketball, and it's been since April, I was ecstatic. So yeah, definitely be running over this game tape again. Definitely didn't feel well last night, but I pushed through. Just couldn't do the live last night. I just couldn't do it. But salute to everybody popping through that came through. Um, More content coming. Might drop a video on this, and y'all be on the lookout. Top 25, top 30 WNBA players of the 2024 season. That's coming up soon, real soon. So that's it, y'all. Thanks for coming through. I'm out.